The bottles getting empty up the crack and we stacking chips, all of it's what I want. Plus money winners, that's what I'm on. You can say I'm gone. I prefer elevated pub sports radio. Time to get educated, get produced, leave the juice, letting loose with so much abuse that the bookies wanna call a truce. They getting slaughtered. Can't forget Jeff and low baggers in the chat. That's a lethal weapon 'cause we be pubbing.
Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Pub Sports Radio. My name is Peter Loshak. The guy sitting next to me, you know him. The guy next to me on the screen, Jose Bouquet. Today is Tuesday, the 30th, right after Memorial Day. Jimmy the Bag is sick right now, so we all hope that he gets better very, very soon. We don't know exactly what he's sick with, but I'm sure it's probably not funny. You have any idea what he's sick with, Jose Bouquet? It doesn't have anything sports related, does it?
No, my guess it would be it's Ella's stomach bug that she brought home, gave it to Carter, and then gave it to Jimmy.
There you go. These fucking kids. They gave, you parents give your whole lives to your kids. I hope it's worth it. It is worth it. It is. You think you're gonna have kids, Jose Bouquet?
Yeah, I'm gonna have two, hopefully. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna name one of my first kids' middle name's gonna be Fenway for Fenway Park. So.
That's interesting. I wouldn't mind getting some regular updates on your life when you become a father, Jose Bouquet. That would be, I can't even imagine. Can't even picture it. Anyway, we've got the MLB card going today, and like all MLB cards in 2023, there are edges to be found, but they're not necessarily the most obvious things in the world, right? But they can be found. I think there's a few things that I'm seeing on today's card that are kind of appealing to me. We're gonna have the comment section. Thank God, helping us break down every single game. Jose Bouquet, you got any thoughts in general about MLB right now? Are you feeling comfortable with it? You feel like you have a good read on some teams, some pitchers in general, and a random card at this point in the season? You feel like you're gonna come out ahead or not?
That's an excellent question, Pete. There was a time where I thought that would be 3 weeks ago or something like that. Not 2 weeks ago, I was on fire. Now I'm like a blind deer. Just kind of walking through the forest right now. I got my teeth kicked in last night as well, but I don't want to speak about that yet. Okay. Basketball related, baseball wise, it was very annoying. I went 0-2 yesterday. I had the first 5 under in the Dodgers game. Of course, the Dodgers score 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning to just really just take me in the bottom mouth. But there are some spots that I feel okay about. I have not done the full cap, but I'm excited to talk to you here, Pete, and use that big brain of yours to find some plays.
Yeah, yesterday's card, I had no wins, no losses, and no games capped. I skipped the whole card, Jose Bouquet, and you can do that once in a while. I know, us sports betting nuts think that that's just like not even an option on the table, the most sacrilege thing you could possibly think of, but it is something that you can do once in a while for any various reasons, right, Jose Bouquet?
Of course, yeah. A day off is always nice to clear the mind. Admittedly, I thought today might be a day off for me, but we'll see here, Pete. If the plays stick out, we might bet 1 or 2. Who knows?
We'll see. We'll break down all the games. Let's quickly glance, see who's in the comment section, and hopefully we can figure out what to do with this friggin' card. Chris Comatini, shout out to you. Shane is McClanahan starting for Tampa Bay, and just a classic 2023 betting situation. You know the situation, you see the line, the entire friggin' world and their computers know the situation and see the line. So something that seems obvious to you, how could it have value? It could, but if you're gonna try to overthink yourself and outthink yourself with anything you see, then you may as well not even try. You know what I'm saying, Jose Bouquet?
Yes, I do. I've been outthinking myself, I think, as well. By the way, Stacks Pod, Justin McIvy, Justin McIlvey, whichever you want to call him, 17-14, 6 out of 7 winners on the 5.5 strikeouts for Kikuchi over there. So shout out to you there, Justin, my guy. And Ron Crawford, by the way, spreadsheet play of the day, little Orioles first 5, -1/2, -102. A spot that I like there too, Ron. Shout out to you there.
What was It was Orioles first 5 -1/2.
Orioles first 5 -1/2 +102. Shout out to Ronnie Crawford there.
Interesting. The Orioles are having, let's just talk about that for about 10 seconds. The Orioles having a little bit of a slumpy time in the past week, and now Cedric Mullins is out. So, but I guess Ron Crawford doesn't care about that. I'm feeling like maybe it might be a week or two of downtime for the Orioles.
It'll be interesting. I know we both love Cedric Mullins because you can't escape him.
If you get that, that's assuming he's healthy. But if he's injured, absolutely you can escape him.
I don't know. Pete, I still think you can't escape him. I think he just simply cannot. Shout out to that guy, by the way. I hope you saw that he was at the Orioles game and met Cedric Mullins in real life. So that's
yeah, I did see that. All right, so let's look at the comment section here. See if anyone has shout out to Nasty Nate, and Justin McIvy, AOD. Shout out to Ron Crawford. Yep, there you go. Orioles first 5 -0.5. I mean, we'll talk about that. I understand it. I understand that was my initial lean as well. It's an Orioles spot. But we'll look at it. RVD 420, Chris Comatini, Morgan Spooner, Subhuman Gaucho. All right, I think we're are we ready to get into it, Jose Bouquet? What do you think?
Yeah, let's get right into it, Pete. Good games, good action here. Shout out to everyone in the chat. As always, it's gonna be a fun day of baseball.
Hell yeah. And then Troy Torrance talking about the MLB market efficiency database, game changing. Yes, the game is changing very, very quickly. Shout out to you, Troy Torrance, and Razor Sharp Picks, and Bella B, and Tori Coker. All right, let's get into it. You ready, Jose Bouquet?
Yep.
Let's start with first game. I don't know which order you're planning on going. San Diego, Miami. You ready, Jose?
Yes, go in whatever order you want, Pete, and I'll follow you.
Miami returning, they're returning from the West Coast, and Alcantara has not been so great. Last start, though, at Coors only gave up 2. Might be better here. I know that San Diego is a little bit banged up right now, but this has at least 3 against Alcantara written all over it as far as I'm concerned. Ryan Weathers, 2 straight subpar road starts. Might not be too awful here, but his last 2 starts, both on the road, gave up 4 each. There's a bunch of games that I think I'm going to make, give out official plays on. This one I think is just going to be a pass. I don't really want to fade Alcantara here. Definitely don't want to bet on him. I guess I'd be leaning San Diego if I had a free play right now as a dog, even though they're banged up here, and Weathers is not inspirational to bet on. Slightly into the over, slightly into San Diego, but I think it's going to be a pass. Jose Bouquet, you have anything to say about these games? We'll see what the comment section say about it.
Yeah, honestly, I do like the Marlins here. They're facing their better split in a kind of poo-poo lefty with Ryan Weathers. The Padres against righties the last 2 weeks, 23rd, 90 weighted runs created plus. Like you said, Sandy just hasn't been that great this year, but pitched well last time in Coors. Maybe he can bounce or keep that momentum going, I should say. So I'd lead Miami Marlins first 5 -0.5 here. But nothing official here for me either.
Okay, let me pull up the betting numbers here. Just remember, just not forget to do that on these games. Yeah, as far as the money is concerned, all the money is coming in as of right now on the Padres, which I guess yeah. I mean, that's the way I was thinking. About 85% of the money and the tickets right now coming in on the Padres. But it looks like, and as far as the line movement is concerned, let's see if there's any. I'm not seeing any notable line movement, Jose Bouquet. You seeing anything significant? Looks like bouncing around a little bit since opening, but nothing too significant as far as the side is concerned.
Yeah, I had it opening up at -135, so I'm right there. It's still the same.
So it's about where it is. The big money coming in on San Diego. The big bet starts. The majority of the tickets and the majority of the money coming in on San Diego, but no significant line movement as of right now. I think San Diego is probably the play, but I'm not going to make it official. And we'll glance the comment section to see if anyone has to say about it. Anything to say about it? Rocco Rogers like Miami first 5. Okay, I guess I'm just not. I'm still not sold on Alcantara. As far as anytime he's starting, my initial instinct is fade or pass, overvalued. Is that wrong?
Yeah, well, not in the last couple of weeks. He's not been good this year. He's 1-5 up until last start.
Yeah,
I thought he might struggle because he's in Coors, but he pitched well. Maybe that was the start to get him going here.
Yeah,
but yeah, I like I said, I lean Marlins here just because I think they can get to Ryan Weathers here. It's just more likely that the Marlins get to a lefty and Ryan Weathers than the Padres do to Sandy Alcantara's. Basically, what I'm thinking here.
Oh, shout out to Mike M. Mike M. I'm just going to take 5 seconds. Mike M, I had a really tough week. I didn't make you a birthday pick. I want to wish you happy birthday right now, Mike M. Motherfucking happy birthday to you, Mike M. I deeply apologize for not making you a birthday video last week, but who knows what'll happen this week or next week or next week. I might make you a fucking birthday video in July just for the hell of it. Happy birthday to you, Mike M. Great to see you in the comment section. Chris Comatini says, I'm sorry, what did you say?
I was going to say, nice to see Mike M. By the way, Pete, I got a text message. Nasty Nate's birthday is tomorrow, so he would like a birthday pick. And he told me to remind you that he's going to be in town, and you better have your excuse because he wants to have a drink with you before Friday.
I thought he was in town last week.
No, I think he's in town this week.
Oh, I thought I escaped. You can't escape him. Nasty Nate, you can't escape him. Just like Cedric Mull. No, I'm kidding around. Of course, Nasty Nate. Wait, when's he going to be there? When's he going to be in town? He's in town now?
I think he might be in town now. He's in the chat as always. So shout out to Nasty Nate. So let us know for sure. But before Friday.
Before Friday. Hell yeah. Nasty Nate, send me a DM on Twitter. I'm fucking never go on Twitter these days, but I will check my Twitter every day at least once. And we'll get in touch. We'll do something that'll be at least a little bit weird and crazy, if not fun. It might be unpleasant, but if it is unpleasant, it'll still be weird and crazy. And that's the most important thing in life.
It'll be good. It'll be good. And by the way, he's there till tonight until Friday. So shout out to Nasty Nate there.
Sounds great. We'll do something wacky. Rembo say I'm going through my excuse Rolodex week. Yeah, this is tough. It's tough in 2023. All right. Okay. Send me a friggin' DM, Nasty Nate. All right. So yeah, God, the more I think about it, the more I think some kind of over is probably the way to go here. But Chris Comatini says Padres are passed. That's the way I'm thinking. That could also be totally wrong. But it's going to be a pass for me as far as unofficial play is concerned. Let's move on. Okay, you ready, Jose Bouquet?
Yeah, let's do it.
Texas and Detroit. Detroit is a small home dog here. Martin Perez, decent but not lights out against Alex Faedo, who had a great start in his last start. He has great strikeout and walk numbers, but he gives up home runs, and even his last start he gave up a home run. Texas won yesterday, and looking at this one overall, Detroit has been a pretty relatively winning team and a relatively undervalued team in my humble opinion. And I haven't bet this one yet, but my first thought is definitely as a home dog, leaning Detroit, despite the fact that I still would trust Perez here more than Faedo. Faedo does have good stuff and might have another good start here. And as a dog, leaning Detroit, but haven't bet it yet. What do you think about this one, Jose Bouquet, while I look at some of the numbers here?
Yeah, it's funny. We've been the opposite of both the games so far. I like the Rangers here. I've been on both favorites, so that's not a good sign, I guess. But I like the Rangers here. The Tigers against numbers against lefties last 2 weeks are horrible. They are, let me double check here real quick. They're 27th, 104 plate appearances, only 70 weighted runs created plus there against them. I think Martin Perez, quality enough. And I think the Rangers could get the job done here. Alex Faedo, not a pitcher that has a long track record of success. I think it's like 4 starts, 3 earned runs, and most of them. Last start was 2 earned runs. Rangers have just been great this year. What can we say? I think
absolutely. I've been betting on them, Jose Bouquet.
Yeah, and then I think they're continue to be a bet on team, so I would lean Rangers here.
There has been about a 10-cent move from the opening line in Detroit's favor, though. It was about plus 120 opening line. Now it's roughly plus 110 market wide. That's kind of telling there maybe a little bit, right, Jose Bouquet? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I typically try not to fade the market movements. That's why I'm just leaning here. And maybe Alex Faedo has picked up his shit and has figured out this pitching thing, but it's just the bats for Detroit is the thing that scares me. And the Texas Rangers have been one of the best offenses all year. So
no doubt about that.
Could be a Faedo spot, but not for me.
No doubt about that. Let's give a quick look at any of the money. Yeah, as you might think, based on the line movement, I was thinking Detroit, and I'm not. That was what I was thinking before. I'm looking at what I'm looking at right now. But majority of the bets on the Rangers, agreeing with Jose Bouquet, bigger money coming in on Detroit, agreeing with me. And I think you know what I'm going to do, Jose Bouquet, even before we look at the comments. No, I should look at the comments section first, and then I think I'm going to make Detroit an official play. Let's see what the comments section. Chris Comatini says Tigers at plus money. Let's see. Other here, Dabby Cab. Shout out to Dabby Cab. Thank God Dabby Cab's in the comments section. Got Rangers first 5. Certainly defensible, certainly understandable. Justin McIvy says the line tells me Tigers plus 108. Yeah, and I'm that in the heat. Says Faedo gives up 6 home runs in 4 starts. Yeah, that's his fucking that's his issue, no doubt about it. Let's see. Rocco Rogers says I feel like there's value on Texas. Looking at some comments to take me off of Detroit. I'm not quite seeing any yet. Jose Bouquet.
A good Mike M comment here. Detroit at home after a shutout's 3-15 straight up and 5-13 on the run line. And the over is in a 12-6 spot as well. And Johnny Gunn's also mentioning the marketing indicating Perez gets touched. First 5 over. The Rangers will get enough runs to push this over as well.
First 5 over. So why wouldn't you then also like the full game over, maybe even a little bit more or something? I'm looking at RVD says Rangers smash. Corey Coker says Jose looks like he just lost his boyfriend. Mike M, thanks so much for being in the comment section. Wow, that's some interesting numbers from Mike M. Shout out to OG Wham in the comment section. Man. God, I don't know what to. And RVD likes Rangers first 5 as well.
I lean over. Johnny Guns, I'll disagree with your bullpens are decent. The Rangers bullpen I think is horrible, and the Tigers is okay, yeah, but I think it'll get worse. And then, of course, again, the Rangers bats will probably make the Tigers bullpen look like shit. So I lean over too.
Okay, I will. God, it might be a stupid fucking thing to do, but every bet you make in baseball, you can make an argument for why it might be a stupid fucking thing to do. I'm going to take the Heritage line here. I'm going to take Detroit full game money line plus 114. Detroit Tigers full game money line plus 114. Detroit Tigers, whenever I repeat a play like 4 or 5 times, that means I feel extra nervous about it. And the over is definitely tempting, isn't it, Jose Bouquet?
Yeah, no, I agree. And I like that you're going full game with the Tigers instead of first 5.
Yeah, it's entirely possible we could both cash here. All right, that's going to be official play. I'm going to say it one more time just to calm myself down. Detroit Tigers full game money line plus 114. All right, let's move on, Jose Bouquet. Here we go, Cleveland, Baltimore, right? First, the spreadsheet play of the day is Baltimore first 5 minus a half. It's Kyle Gibson against Quantrill. Quantrill got hit in his last start. Should be better here, but in general does seem pretty vulnerable. Kyle Gibson, last 2 starts were good. How in terms of the runs allowed, how much longer will he be able to continue that? Not exactly sure. And Baltimore, just another team that I've been betting on much more often than not, and winning with it more often than not all year long. In a little bit of a slump. Cedric Mullins injured, so that's not good either. But that doesn't faze Ron Crawford. He likes him only first 5, though. Very interesting. I guarantee you Ron Crawford looked at the full game, and there's a reason why he didn't take Baltimore full game. My initial thoughts were under and Cleveland, a little bit stronger towards the under, but definitely leaning under and Cleveland. What do you think of that? You got anything to think about, Jose? You got anything to input here, Jose Bouquet?
Yes. Quick note, real quick. Rangers Tigers game. There's 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight in, 9 to 8 to 7. Apparently, according to Swish, that's weak, but just a heads up to everyone there. As for this game, again, I lean Baltimore. One of the better teams in baseball, 3rd best record in baseball, I believe. Still, I've been saying for a little bit now that this Baltimore Orioles team, I think, is just as good as the Braves. I think they're a really, really good regular season ball club. We'll see, obviously, what happens when it gets to the postseason. And Cleveland's offense is just not trustworthy.
Right.
Not trustworthy as people will call a certain basketball team, just not trustworthy at all. And I lean again Baltimore here, but I don't feel great that all my leans so far have been like first 5 favorites or like the full game favorites and the cheaper minus half price. It's not my favorite bets in the world. It feels a little square, but those are the leans so far.
Yeah. Again, with this game, I'm not seeing. I don't know where you check your opening line. I'm not seeing much of a line move here. It's right now in about the mid 30s at Pinnacle right now, and market wide, it kind of bounced around a little bit, but roughly where it opened. Are you seeing anything different, Jose Bouquet?
I had this line opening at minus 136 and it's bumped up a bit to the Orioles at some places. Others has kept the same, like Bovada and like Bet Online have it around minus 140, 145.
Yeah, I'm seeing at Pinnacle right now, literally, I feel like a sorority girl once again, literally minus 136, Jose Bouquet.
Yeah. And Pinnacle is a sharp book, like you and Jimmy always mentioned. So,
yes, they certainly are.
I passed. Yeah.
And I don't know. I was leaning under as well. Am I being fucking stupid here? I mean, I know that Gibson is definitely not nearly as good as his last two starts, and Quantrill not as bad as his last start, but definitely vulnerable. But I was thinking under. Yeah. Does anyone have anything to say about that? I don't know. Anyone want to talk me off of that? What do you think about that, Jose Bouquet?
I like the under. Obviously Kyle Quantrill has kind of been up and down this year. I've had issues with him. I haven't been able to back or fade him in a good spot. But I think Kyle Gibson's been pretty good this year, and I think he can be pretty good for the rest of the season. He's taken up a big leadership role with the Orioles too. He's kind of been that vocal leader in the clubhouse. Once you become a leader in the team, you become a little more invested. Your results matter a little more to you. Unlike last year when he was on Philadelphia and he was just one of the guys back in the fucking bullpen. I agree with Christopher Commentini that maybe he shouldn't be minus 145.
Right.
And with my guy Cedric Mullins out, I can definitely see an underlook here. Last 2 weeks for the Orioles, they've been hitting righties better, actually, shockingly enough. But Cedric Mullins being out for a little bit now, or I guess like the last couple of days, whenever that happened, will probably not be affected or not come into effect with these numbers. Since the 14th, they are 13th weighted runs created plus, 104 weighted runs created plus. It's 4% above average, so they're okay. So I lean under in this game, and I take full game under again because I trust both these bullpens here. But a pass.
Yeah, as far as what I'm looking at right now, the bigger bets do appear to be coming in on the Guardians. The majority of the tickets are on Baltimore, but some of the bigger bets and maybe some of the sharper bets coming in on the Guardians as of right now, as far as the total is concerned, the majority of the bets and the majority of the bigger bets are coming in on the over. The total has gotten bet up. It opened around 8.5 market wide. Now it's up to 9, even slightly juiced to the over at Pinnacle. So some strong movement towards the over on this one. Maybe I'll hold off or wait to see what happens later on with this line movement. But some clear line movement towards the over. Bigger bets coming in on the Guardians, and maybe the Guardians team total over. I mean, the Guardians have such a weak lineup, don't they, Jose Bouquet, in general, relatively?
Yeah, one of the worst in baseball. Dabby Cab can't stand watching them last 2 weeks. They're third to last against righties. Full season against righties. I'll double check. I know they're at the bottom. The exact worst, the last team worst against righties, 74 weighted runs created plus. Even the Oakland A's are hitting better than the Cleveland Guardians against righties.
Are they that bad, Jose Bouquet? Because I'm looking at that 3.5. I mean, initially I was leaning Guardians. All right, I guess I'll hold off right now. But one way or another, I'm probably going to have a bet on this game. I was leaning under, leaning Guardians. Now I'm leaning Guardians team total over. Let's look at the comment section to see what people have to say. Nate Dogg says, I think Baltimore hits here. Lean over. Poker Addicted. Shout out to Poker Addicted. What's the cash spread on the total? Yeah, I mean let me see where the hell is it? Let me find it. Yeah, the bigger bets. It's about 2/3 of the tickets and like 80% of the cash on the over, and that might have all come in earlier because the line opened again. It lined open like 8.5, and now it's solidly up to 9, even slightly juiced to the over at Pinnacle. So some strong line movement to the over. Let's see what else do we got here. Dennis Trusty said feels like the Orioles are in a slump right now before going west. They might have one good game in the next 2 before heading west. Yeah, you do see this a lot. You see every year. You see one of the clearly elite teams in baseball will have their clear low energy stretches that last for 2 or 3 weeks. A lot of times it'll happen right before the All-Star break. It happened even to the Astros when they had that awesome season. And Baltimore clearly an excellent and undervalued team in general. But right now, it feels like a not good point in time for them. I'm thinking about taking Cleveland here, but maybe we'll just pass.
Well, you can always come back to it, yeah. So I feel like at the end of the show, with more cash, perhaps you'll be able to make a even
all right.
more educated.
Okay. Maybe we'll do a small recap at the end of the show. All right, next situation. You ready, Jose Bouquet? Milwaukee, Toronto. You ready? You ready, Jose?
Yeah, good game here. I mean, I actually might have a play here. And again, it's the same.
Certainly is. Kikuchi, one of the most interesting and enigmatic pitchers in all of baseball. And trust me, as an interesting and enigmatic person, interesting and enigmatic, recognize interesting and enigmatic. And Kikuchi is that. Every year he's up, he's either like getting hit, start in and start out, or lights out, start in and start out. And he's gotten hit 4 out of his last 5 starts. So what to expect here? I think it's a down spot for him again. I lean Milwaukee. It doesn't hurt that Hauser has had 2 straight shutout starts and in general pitching well overall. You know, Milwaukee's lineup can easily fizzle out. It makes me nervous. They're similar to Cleveland and a few other teams where it makes you feel uncomfortable to bet on them ever. I was also leaning under here, but I was thinking liking Milwaukee a little bit, liking them a little bit more early, first half and or first 3. And despite, thinking that Kikuchi is going to be vulnerable again, leaning under, but Jose Bouquet, an interesting spot. What do you think about this?
Yeah, Milwaukee's been horrible against lefties all year. And that's right. Again, I thought Kikuchi first 5 here to get back on track. Just bad against lefties. And it's been Milwaukee to me has just been a fade against lefties all year. They're last 2 weeks, 74 weighted runs created plus 25th best in the league. Just bad. So I leaned Toronto here with Yusei, another first 5 -1/2 here. But I do like the under, if you think Adrian Hauser can keep it up. His last 2 starts, no earned runs. I'm a little more dubious of Hauser, but if you think he can pitch well, then yeah, I think first 5 under full. Well, I would rather bet first 5 than full game just because of the bullpens here do scare me a little bit. But yeah, first 5 under, I like.
The thing about those righty-lefty splits, Jose Bouquet, is that, all those numbers come against either good or relatively good pitchers. And if there's a guy who's on the auto fade list, even for a short period of time, I will tend to just throw those numbers out. You know what I mean? Because if there's a guy who's just like, going to get hit, the lefty-righty stuff doesn't matter. He's going to get hit again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So looking at the money here, they're definitely have been I was thinking under personally, and the way bigger bets have come in on the under and probably sharp as well. About 60% of the tickets are on the over, but almost 90% of the cash on the under, and the total has gotten bet down about a half run. My initial thought on this was definitely thinking about the under, and then let's look at the money line if there's been anything interesting. Yeah, the bigger bets. On Milwaukee, Jose Bouquet, the slight majority of the tickets on Milwaukee, but again, almost 90% of the cash on Milwaukee. And it looks like there was like U-shaped line movement already. It looked like there was some big early money coming in or significant early money coming in on Milwaukee, and now it's climbed back the other way. Houston,
I'll be on the officially, I'll be on first 5 under 5 -110 for me.
So you're a believer in Kikuchi here, huh?
I am, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Dennis Garcia, who pronounced him dead last week, but I think he can bounce back and pitch well.
Yeah, let me look at this. And you're not a huge believer in Hauser, huh?
I'm not, no. But if you believe in Hauser, Pete, I'll believe in you. I'll believe in you, Pete. 5's a high number, too. If it was 4.5, 4, I would sit there and think about it a little more. But 5, high number. Now, obviously, I got screwed here yesterday. It was first 5 under 5 Dodgers and Nationals. They score 6 in the bottom of the 5th and screw me. But I think that if Kikuchi can hold these Brewers bats down who struggle against lefties, and you think Adrian Hauser is found something here,
good enough. All right, I'm going to. You can probably shop around and get a better line, but I'm gonna add the under to my official plays. I'll take the Heritage line right now, under 9 -108. That'll be an official play. Milwaukee, Toronto, under 9 -108. Again, it does look like it opened at let me look more closely at it opened at 9.5 solidly, getting a bad number here, but I will add it on 9 -108 current line I'm just worried because I hate these fucking games where it's like you're on the under and then you're correct. It's like 1-1 going into the bottom of the 9th or bottom of whatever it is. And then they tie it up and they put up and it soars over in extra innings, but that's okay. If that happens, that's all right. And then, I really want to take a shot with Milwaukee here. but maybe not, huh? What do you think, Jose Bouquet?
Your dogs have been cashing. I remember last week you were on a bunch of dogs and they cashed, and then, like you said, weighted coin flips. Rather be on the plus side of that coin flip than the negative side, I'll be honest.
Daniel's son has Hauser is really good at home. On the road, he is meh. Nate Dogg 420. Toronto hitters come out today. Robert Franklin likes Brewers money line. All right, I guess I will. Gosh, jeez. Yeah, you know what? I think. Oh man, I could eat two different losses, but I think that. Yeah, I'm not going to want it late. So I think I'm going to take a shot with Milwaukee. With Milwaukee first five.
All right. We're putting you under stress today, Pete. It's going to be a stressful day, it seems, for you. Kikuchi is always friggin' stressful. Like, what is his deal? But I'm seeing plus 130 at Heritage, which is not a great sign. Just plus 121 at Pinnacle, which is very interesting. All right, we'll chuck that one on there. Milwaukee first five money line plus 130 current line at Heritage. We'll take that. All right, Jose. Beautiful. And I'm on the first 5 under 5 minus 110 there as well.
Okay, great. Excellent. Write that down, Jose Bouquet. All right, here we go. Cincinnati, Boston. Reds just swept the series at Cubs. Boston coming back from the West Coast, and we got Lively against Bayo, two of these guys who are looking pretty promising right now, right? Bayo is still, not perfected his stuff yet, but it definitely looks like it's improving. Not lights out, but very good. And Lively, again, a guy with great location, gets his strikeouts, does give up his home runs, but overall pretty good. This is another one where I was thinking that the total at like 9.5, I think it opened to 10. I was thinking about the under. And at the current line, got to take Cincinnati or at the line that I saw it this morning, got to take Cincinnati at plus 140, plus 150, whatever it is. Don't think Cincinnati should be that big of a dog. Definitely leaning under. This is one of the games where I had relatively strong opinions compared to the others. What do you think, Jose?
I agree. I thought minus 175 was a little aggressive for the Red Sox. They're a 500 ball club, so they could lose these games pretty easily. And again, weighted coin flips. I would rather be on the Reds plus money here. Ben Lively's been pretty good. He's one of those guys that, when been around the block, went to the KBO, et cetera, et cetera. And I think Brian Bayo is good enough to hold down these Reds bats. So I like the first 5 under here again. Here, Pete.
Yeah.
First 5 under 5.5 minus 120. And I'll have to check out Bet Online to see if I can find a better look. But I like first 5 under here as well. And a full game under too. I just don't trust the Reds bullpen at the end of the day.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there definitely has been some looking at the money here. According to what I'm looking at right here, definitely the bigger bets coming in on the Reds, and that is in line with the line movement that we've seen. The majority of the tickets on the Red Sox, the majority of the money on the Reds, the bigger bets coming in on the Reds, and there's been some back and forths at some books, but in general. This opened at like 190, 200 market wide, and now it's down to like, minus 170 for Boston. And looking at Pinnacle right now, Boston is, minus 166, and Cincinnati is plus 152. Total I'm seeing right now at Pinnacle is like 10, juice to the under. Yeah, I might have 3 plays on this one, which if Lively gets shelled, which is entirely possible, will get scotched. But I like it all. I agree with the first 5 under, agree with the full game under, and can't. I don't know if I want to pull the trigger on Cincinnati, but at that line, got to think that that's the play, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if I had to make a bet, it would be Cincinnati here on the side. And again, it's not like you want to lay the minus 175 with the Red Sox,
Right.
It's not.
And now let's look at the comment section here. Razor sharp picks. Red Sox have to come out strong after watching their basketball team lose a game 7 at home. Didn't even occur. What do you think about that, Jose Bouquet?
I don't want to talk about basketball. I think they're unrelated, and they just don't. No. First 5 under, first 5 under 5.5 minus 117. My official play.
I took yesterday completely off. I didn't even check what happened. I was like glancing over the squad. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Did I just see out of the corner of my eye Miami won game 7? Oh, that's interesting. That's how much I don't give a shit about sports that I'm not betting on, Jose Bouquet. But Mike Wilkerson likes the over. Let me see. All right. I'll tell you what. All right. Well, we're keeping a relatively brisk pace here, I think. But yeah, so let's see. The total is so what did you get? 5.5 what?
Minus 117 on.
Where'd you see that?
Bet Online.
Okay. I'll use that line as well. Okay, let's take Reds and the Red Sox. Yeah, that seems really high, Jose Bouquet.
I agree. When I first saw the total in this game, I thought this game was in Cincinnati. And then I had to double check and see it's in Boston. The Red Sox are just a much better offensive team at home. But they're just coming off of that West Coast road trip where they hit like shit. Maybe it takes a game. And I think Ben Lively has been pretty decent this year.
Yeah. All right. So I'll take the first 5 under as well. 5.5 minus 117. And you know what? I think I'm going to take, Bayo's good. No offense to Bayo, but 155. Let me see what the line
By the way, while you look that up, shout out to our partners at Bet Online. Go to our website today and click on that Bet Online link so you guys can sign up for an account. They'll give us some credit for the account. We appreciate that. And it's a good book. So shout out to them. You go deposit, you get a little deposit match as well. So we appreciate you guys that do sign up and use Bet Online.
Absolutely. And Jose, while I'm quoting lines here, can you keep, because I'm not looking at Bet Online for my lines. It's too much shit to look at, but can you glance at Bet Online just in case they have a better line than anything that I quote?
Yes, of course. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to take, I can't not take Cincinnati here, 155 on the first 5 innings. And I want to take them full game as well. But, I got screwed at whatever. I won't talk about it. Yeah. You do get sometimes screwed with these taking first 5s instead of the full games. And then they put up, 4 in the top of the 6. That does happen. But yeah. All right. I will take, I'll add on Reds first 5 money line plus 155. Reds first 5 money line plus 155. So I'll go double there.
Well, and, I can get you plus 160 first 5 and plus 155 full game.
Where's 160?
Bet Online, both of those. 160 first 5 full game plus 155 as
What do they have on the Milwaukee first 5?
Milwaukee first 5. I'll tell you, Pete's about to open an account right now. That's what it's plus 128.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'll take first 5 plus 160. That's not great that Bet Online as of right now has that big of a line for it. Maybe it's a sucker bet. I don't know. Of course, all the other bets are related as well. The Boston team total unders, but I'm not going to double and triple and quadruple. Triple, quadruple, and quintuple up. I'll just stick with where we are right now. Quick glance at the comment section, then we'll move on. And Billy Friedrich says Reds first 5 is plus 163 at bookmaker. I'll take that. Again, not a good sign that all these books are just begging for Reds money, but they'll get mine. And that's it. Okay, let's move on. You ready, Jose?
Yep.
All right. Philly and the Mets, Kodai Senga at home. Huge home road splits for Senga. Great at home. Been terrible on the road. At home against Ranger Suarez and Philly. Ranger Suarez has gotten hit in 3 starts this year. Mets returning from Colorado. And again, I was thinking leaning under here despite Suarez being vulnerable. It could be one of those games where that sneaks under even if Suarez gets crushed because Senga is close to lights out at home. And leaning Mets and leaning Mets early and leaning under. That's what I was thinking about. Not exactly seeing a reason to think that Senga won't have another good start at home. Suarez probably a bit vulnerable, but probably will be okay. Doubt he gets crushed here. So leaning Mets, leaning under. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see what the comment section has to say, and we'll look at the money. Jose Bouquet, what do you think?
Yeah, I lean under here for sure. The thing that's keeping me off the Mets is just coming off of the Coors game. We've seen offenses leave Coors Field and then be silent the game after. Maybe it's just that Coors Field effect, whatever. Admittedly, it does get reduced because they had an off day yesterday, I believe. I don't think they played yesterday. Someone will have to double check me on that. But
no, they did not. Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, that effect might get lessened a little bit, but I'm right there with you there, Pete. I think Senga, obviously, big home road splits guy. Just more comfortable at home, got all of his shit there, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, and this is a big series, obviously, when these NL East, just like when the AL East teams play against each other, the NL East teams playing against each other are a big deal for both of these fan bases and teams as well. So, it'll be a fun game for sure. I lean Kodai Senga as well. But I was thinking about making first 5 under again here, official, Pete, because like I said, Rangers not pitched well, but I really do think that coming off of the Coors Field effect, I think that the Mets might struggle here. Obviously concerning last 2 weeks 123 plate appearances against lefties, 125 weighted runs created plus. That's ninth best. So we'll see how that shakes out, but I do like a first 5 under here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the full game under for sure. I might add some others. At Pinnacle, it's 8.5 plus 104 and 9 minus 120. I know that 8.5 plus 104 is the way to go, but just psychologically, it's better for me to take the 9. But what do you think? Can you find a better 8.5 out there? What is Bet Online hanging right now?
8.5 plus 105.
Yeah, I should probably take that. And Heritage has plus 102. All right, I'll take that. God, if this one lands on 9, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to take the 8.5 plus 105 current line at Bet Online. Philly Mets full game under 8.5 plus 105. Definitely leaning Mets early, and definitely leaning. I don't know about the first 5 under. Yeah, I'm just worried about Suarez, but I think he's going to be. He'll probably be okay.
I'm joining you on the full game under as well. Phillies bullpen, I wanted to check because I've been looking at bullpen splits for the last 2 weeks to hopefully get like a better picture of how the bullpens have been going. We are talking about the Phillies and Mets. So the Phillies, 12th in ERA at 3.62 in the last 2 weeks, a 4.25 WHIP. So not great, but their stuff plus, meaning their relievers stuff has been working really well in the last 2 weeks. And the New York Metropolitans are actually 26, 6 ERA, 7 FIP. With that, honestly, Pete, I'll take the first 5 under. I'll trust Ranger Suarez to pitch well here. So I'll take first 5 under. Let me double check the line here. Under 4.5 minus 102.
Okay, and I will take since I had some balls and took the plus 105 on the full game, I'll take the first 5 as well. But I'm gonna take the 5. I'm gonna go up to 5 at minus 132. Philly Mets first 5 under 5 minus 132 official play. Current line at Pinnacle, leaning Mets, but I will hold off. Let's look at the comment section and the money. What do we have here? Yeah, North Ender leaning under 2 is waiting for a 9. I'm taking it. Let's see what I have here. Let's look at this. Let's see what comment section. Not really. Yeah, Nate Dogg likes the Mets money line. That's okay. And then let's look at the money here. Yeah, nothing particularly noteworthy about split as far as the side is concerned, and as far as the total is concerned. Bigger bets on the over, Jose Bouquet.
That's concerning.
Bigger bets on the over. The majority of the tickets on the under, the majority of the money on the over. All right. That could change, of course. Could change in a major way, but that's not nice to see. That's not very nice to see. All right. Let me see. And it does look like, but I thought that this line, that the total opened at it opened. I guess I'm seeing a small move to the over. Yeah, as far as the line movement is concerned. It opened like 8.5 juice to the under. Now it's 8.5 juice to the over. So that's not great to see, but we'll stick with what we think, Jose Bouquet, right? It could also flip as well, easily.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'll stick with my first 5 under look there. I didn't have much movement on the total though, Pete. I'll tell you that. I saw 8.5 and it didn't move much.
Yeah, from the opening. All right, okay. So let's look at this. I'm that Heats likes Mets money line. Mike Wilkerson likes first 5 under Mets game. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, so let's see. And no money, no significant movement really on the side. All right, let's move on. Jose Bouquet, KC in St. Louis. You ready, Jose?
Mm-hmm.
Michaelis, obviously, a lot better last month or so than he was to start the year. Michaelis is also one of those guys, Jose Bouquet, who was pitching in Asia for a while, came back to the States and had some success. Not an elite starter, but definitely a starter who is capable of having extended runs of success, which he's on right now. Greinke has been very good this month. But this, I have a feeling, is going to be a down spot for him. Of course, in general, he's significantly worse on the road. KC won 7 zip yesterday. I'd love to take St. Louis here, but this is such a huge line that I'm not sure I want to pull the trigger on it. But definitely leaning St. Louis after just a bad spot in their last game where they just they clearly didn't have it, got shut out. Michaelis, I think, is going to be okay here. Greinke, I suspect, is more likely not going to be a little bit vulnerable, but it is a huge line. We'll see what the comment section has to say about this one. What do you think? Is St. Louis worth a shot at minus 180?
Well, I know you would lay the minus 180 straight. I know that's your style, Pete, and I wouldn't blame you. I've been on the Cardinals a lot in the last couple of weeks, I think the Cardinals are going to win this division still. I've been telling people to bet them to win the division. I was like plus 375 or something like that now, or a couple weeks ago. I don't know what it is now, I should say. But yeah, I believe in the Cardinals. I think they get it done here. Leaning Cardinals minus 1.5 plus money. Let me double check. Bet Online had a plus 108, but I didn't have anything on this game. It was a stay off game initially, and I'll probably just stay off.
Yeah, the money is kind of interesting as of right now. The bigger bet's on the under. I guess that makes sense because Michaelis probably will be okay, and Greinke, in general, you think he's going to be vulnerable on the road, but he's been pretty good this past month, hasn't he, Jose Bouquet?
Yeah, last 2 starts, 1 earned run, 2 earned runs, so can't complain. If I was taking an under here, it absolutely would be first 5. Because once that Royals bullpen comes in, all bets are off then. It's just hell.
Right.
So first 5 would definitely be my lean if I was betting under. This feels like a first 5 under full game over spot.
Yeah.
If Greinke doesn't go 5, then the Royals are fucked.
And as far as the side is concerned, nothing really shocking here. The vast majority of the bets and the vast majority of the money on the Cardinals, as you might expect. But there hasn't been a market move in the Cardinals' favor at all. In fact, in general, I think I'm seeing a small move to KC from the absolute openers, which was up around 175 or so. Now it's dropped about 10 points or so. Yeah, interesting, right, Jose?
No, yeah, I agree. Sorry, I was retweeting our Twitter link as well.
Fine.
But yeah, no, I like the Cardinals here. I only issue for me is I haven't been betting the Cardinals recently.
Good.
Like the last couple of days, I lost a bet on them, and I was like, you know what? I'll just take a couple of days off of the Cardinals because I bet them when they were super hot, and they seem like you said cooling down a little bit. So maybe they'll reheat here soon. But yeah, I'm off.
The -1 line, I might pull the trigger on. It's minus 128 at Heritage. At Pinnacle, what do we got? Minus 131. Okay, at Pinnacle it's minus 131. So
that's bettable.
I'm sorry.
That's bettable. I wouldn't hate that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I do have my volatility numbers here for both pitchers actually are high. So that means that there can be value on a run line when there isn't on a money line. And yeah, so again, you know what? I will take that. I'll take St. Louis -1, minus 128. That's a little bit iffy. It's a high line, but the current line at Heritage, St. Louis -1, minus 128. Current line at Heritage makes me a little nervous, but I'm okay with it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll write that down for me as well, Pete. I don't know if I'll move on it yet. I'll let everyone know at the end of the show, but I like that look, obviously, because I'm a big Cardinals guy.
Yeah. And very interesting that all that money has come in on the under. Don't necessarily disagree with it. I just find it quite interesting. Let's see. DC Capper, top play Atlanta over Oakland. I'll copy and paste that. We will definitely look at that crazy game. I'm almost certainly going to be off that, as I've been off of most of the Oakland games over the past month or so. Dennis Trusty says, I'm worried about how cold the bats are for the Cards. Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals played a lot of games in a row, right? They were clearly tired, and then they got shut out, and they just didn't have it in their last game. I'm willing to bet that that against Greinke they'll be able to put it together, and maybe Greinke has a down spot. All right, in this start. All right, let's move on. Jose Bouquet, Tampa Bay Cubs. Here we go. Right. Tampa Bay, obviously a huge road favorite against the Cubs. No surprise there. McClanahan's just been awesome overall. In general, if you've been betting into his big favorite line starting for Tampa Bay, you've been winning. And Kyle Hendricks starting for the Cubs. First start this year was not great, but he's a guy who is definitely never on the auto fade list. There's, he gets more. He outpitches his metrics often his whole career. That has been the case, and it's due to fundamental things that aren't factored into some of the current metrics or some of the metrics from recent years. Now they're starting to be more factored in. Hendricks, again, though, first start of this year, not great. The Cubs won 1-0 yesterday, and I'm thinking, slight lean to the under, and even at this line, no-brainer lean to Tampa Bay early. What do you think, Jose?
Yeah, I got me and Jimmy both actually got fucked in the face by Kyle Hendricks last time out pretty aggressively. We both run his first 5s there, and he shit his pants. And, admittedly, I kind of want to go back to the well and just bet a first 5 under here because Kyle Hendricks is a master at pitching at home, pitching in Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
And shout out to who was it? It's Morgan Spooner saying that Hendrick is a relic of what he once was. The fastball touched 87. The magical changeup wasn't there. Our lineup looked like a AAA squad yesterday. Shane O'Mac eats, and the Rays any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hendricks can pitch better, and that's not very. It's not a fucking difficult thing to say when you give up 5 runs last time out. But I do think that Hendricks can pitch well here. I lean under, but I don't want to ever fade the Rays here. And the Rays are kind of just that analytical franchise that can do their homework on a Hendricks and get to him here. So I pass. Lean first 5 under here again.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pull the trigger, even though it's a massive line on Tampa Bay first 5. Yeah, it's let me see what people are talking. As far as the money is concerned, we'll see how things shake out. But the money is still not perfectly correct. As you might guess, Jose Bouquet, much bigger bets coming in on the Cubs.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the line's moved down a little bit.
Yeah, but not necessarily the sharper money, but everything as far as the tickets are concerned coming in on the Rays, as you would expect. Majority of the money on the Rays, but so you got about 10% of the tickets on the Cubs, about 40% of the cash on the Cubs in that area. And those numbers are not a huge shock, and definitely does not mean at this point that that's what they'll be when they close, or that the Cubs are the right side full game. And again, that is full game, not first 5 or first 3. And yeah, total is weird and wacky as well. The bigger bets coming in on the under. Majority of the tickets, about 60% of the tickets on the under, but about 90% of the cash on the under, which I guess also makes sense because, even if Hendricks is mediocre, I mean, McClanahan, the Cubs team total over might be the no-brainer play here, even though it's low.
I'm moving on that first 5 under here, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Noli knows will be very happy with my card like he was the other day with Jimmy's. First 5 under here for me. Saturated mentioning record heat may be affecting the ball. I don't have that. I'm sure I trust your weather shit more than
mine. In the Cubs game?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing. I saw upper 60s as
I did too. That's why I was about to mention Swish had like 65, but I don't trust Swish when it comes to precipitation and temperature. So
right, are they the ones? Are they the ones who are like who have a forecast of heavy rain when everyone else in the world, including all the weather channels, are like sunny skies?
Yeah, that's and I just ultimately, I just think that Kendrick can get it done here. Just dazzle a Rays lineup coming off a shitty performance. So yeah, first 5 under here for me, and I need to double check the line real quick. And by the way, total has gone to 8.5 here. I think I saw it at 8. Yeah, I had it at 8 earlier today. So 4.5 minus 115. There.
Record heat in Illinois today. So why are we not seeing this on any of these friggin' MLB weather sites that we look at, Jose Bouquet?
Who knows, Pete? Who knows?
Yeah, let me see. Let me look at this. Okay. Swish is obviously wrong. They're saying mid-60s, but then even like Sports Insights is saying, Sports Insights is like right now. I'm saying at 8 o'clock 74, and then down to like the low 70s.
Saturated saying it'll be 91 here as well. Mr. Blank is also saying that it's beautiful out here right now, and he's in Chicago. Low 80s, mid 70s.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll figure this out. Chris Comatini saying 70s. Let's look at fucking weather.com, right? Let's look at that. Weather.com. How about that? Here we go. Weather.com. I didn't even know it. Now let's just search city. Chicago. Let's see what we got here. Chicago.
This is the in-depth capping you get on no other place.
Weather.com. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's a great site.
Have you heard of this?
Search for Chicago. Where the fuck? It's not even working. All right. I can't. On here. I guess it's not a great site. Chicago might be. All right.
They're talking about the other Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know. Today's forecast for Chicago, it's a 71. And then in the afternoon 74, evening is 64.
Well, yeah, first 5 under for me there. 4.5 minus 115.
Okay. Let me see. All right. So, and this one, yeah, with all our joking around, God, Tampa Bay, regardless of the weather.
Did the Panther come out?
What'd you say?
The Panther just come out?
Fuck that was. Oh, fuck that. We have different vermin in this place. Gosh, just think with me for a second, Jose Bouquet. Is Tampa Bay first 5 just an absolute sucker bet? And comment section, please.
The comment immediately flooded in with Ray's bets when we first started the game and all that. Rocco liking Shane plus 6.5 Ks and Ray's money line there as well. And he's saying Ray's double result there at even money there. So shout out to you as well there. Yeah, I mean, I don't like laying the big juice, Peter Loshak, but we know who you are. We know what you're doing.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Huh?
In this case, I'm happy that you played that video, Jose Bouquet, because I will take it. Let's go for it. Rays, first 5, minus 190, unless you can look at Bet Online, our favorite book, and find me a better line, but I doubt it. I bet you Bet Online is
minus 190 as well.
Minus 190. All right. Rays, first 5, minus 190. Nice to see the Pinnacle has 193, which is nice to see. A lot of other places having minus 190. You know, if it loses, it loses. But the Cubs team total under at 3.5. is also very tempting as well, and I think I might add that one on. Jose Bouquet. Let me see. Let me just look at what we got here. 3.5. Sorry, we're going to keep a brisk pace. We're going to move on. Anyone in the comments section, let us know if you have any strong opinions or warning me off of this game. Let me see what the first 5 team total would be. Yeah, 1.5 minus 122. McClanahan's that good though, isn't he, Jose?
Yeah, he is. Pete, question in the chat.
Yeah.
If you're willing to lay the minus 190, why are you taking first 5 instead of full game?
Because it's just 100% about a McClanahan bet. Okay. Just trusting McClanahan even because then when after he comes out, then all of a sudden I think the full game is a good bet. It's just for the purposes of official plays here. Just loving McClanahan in general.
Okay, fair enough.
Does that not make sense?
No, yeah, I was just wondering.
And then also Hendricks. I mean, Hendricks is someone who, I would not at all be surprised if he pitches, above his metrics for years to come. But he's still, not a lights out elite guy, right?
Agreed.
All right, so we'll do that. Tempted to throw on the Cubs' first 5 team total under as well, but I'll hold off for now. Let's try to move on. You ready, Jose?
Yep.
All right, Minnesota, Houston, Ryan against Belak. Ryan has been very good overall, and I have been betting into that. Earlier in his career, he was a little bit arrogant and kind of got bit, but then he really settled down, has come into his own. It's not a shock that he's improved dramatically. And in general, he's a guy that I like to bet on. This could be a tougher assignment, though. The pitching edge definitely goes to Minnesota. Starting pitching edge goes to Minnesota here. But Minnesota won yesterday. Houston has Altuve back, and I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this. My honest lean would be Houston as a home dog, which is where they were earlier. Let's see where they are right now. Houston is, money coming in on Houston. They're minus 101 at Pinnacle right now. Wouldn't be at all surprised if Houston closes as a tiny favorite. You got anything on this one, Jose?
I was shocked to see the line being minus 120 earlier today. It's already, like you said, moving to the Astros here. If I'm making a bet, it's Astros. Honestly, I just thought it was a weird line. But I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little safe, a little worried. I love Joe Ryan. He's one of my favorite pitchers to back in the league.
Definitely.
And I faded him once this year to horrible circumstances or horrible results, I should say. So it's Astros here for me, but I think I'd rather bet a team total just to take Belak out of it, honestly.
Astros team total over?
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Because I don't, Belak, we've talked about how we trust the Astros pitching, development to bring out new guys, et cetera, but I'm still kind of dubious on Belak. 4 runs last time out at Milwaukee. Minnesota, not horrible offensively, and Carlos Correa's playing, it seems. I like double took when I saw that Carlos Correa was actually playing. But yeah, it's tough to take a team total over, like Christopher Commentini saying, against Joe Ryan. I just think he's really, really good.
Yeah.
I lean Astros here, but I don't think I'm going to make the bet.
I was leaning Astros, but under. And the money, as you might expect, this is a kind of a weird, wacky game. We've clearly seen a move towards Houston recently, but the money seems to favor the Twins a bit. The bets are roughly split, but almost 80% of the cash on Minnesota, which is interesting, but we haven't seen the market move that way. And then as far as the total is concerned, let's see. Yeah, nothing particular. I mean,
it just feels like an Astros spot just based off that numbers there.
Yeah. And the vast majority of the tickets and the money are on the over based on what I'm looking at right now. But the total hasn't really. I mean, it's bounced around, but it's roughly from what I'm seeing where it opened market wide, about 8.5. Yeah, I guess it's some places that opened early. It opened at 8, and it's gotten a bit bet up since then. But the big money so far, all the interest has been on the over, which is I was leaning under in Houston. A little head scratching here, right, Jose?
Yeah, I'm going to move on the Astros.
Yeah.
Here, first 5 plus 115.
Wow, first 5. Okay.
And I'm also going to move on them full game minus 101 now. Actually, pretty crazy.
You can. I'm looking at Heritage. I'm seeing plus 103 at Heritage, so you can take that.
All right, beautiful. Plus 103 full game there. Yeah, it's again, this line is weird, and I love Joe Ryan to death, but sometimes, like earlier last 2 weeks, Pete, I had success. I was able to find the weird lines pretty easily and just bet into them. Like the other day, it was Lance Lynn versus someone good, and I didn't like Lance Lynn at all, but I bet on it and it cashed. Same thing with the Cardinals and Adam Wainwright against the Dodgers. It was like Adam Wainwright versus Julio Urias. And I was like, I hate Adam Wainwright. I don't want to back him here, but it seems like the spot. So I backed him and it won, thankfully. So it feels like one of those spots. It's not undefeated anymore, this system play. I've lost 1 or 2, I think, now. But it's been working well. So we'll see if it keeps on going.
Yeah. All right. Let's look at some comments. Interesting. Saturated, along with saying that it's going to be 91, says Cubby's going to shock the world today. And DC Capper, though, likes Tampa Bay minus 1.5 as pick number 4. And Morgan Spooner, like in Minnesota first 5, which is defensible. Sharon Pulliam likes Minnesota. And then, AOD, shout out. He says, we love you, bros. We love you too, AOD. Poker Addicted 79, Houston full game, only one I'm on so far. That's why, and it makes sense to me. He said not a ton of line value, but it's positive by my calc, and the market is doing Houston things, so I'm on it. Yeah, that's how I was thinking as well. A weird line. I shout out to you, Poker Addicted. I would agree with that. And Nut Flush Allen in the comment section. This game could have the feel of a who is who for the upcoming playoffs. Shout out to Nut Flush Allen. I'll join you, Hose. I'll join you and Poker Addicted plus 103. And it's like, if it loses, it was just fun to be on the same side as Poker Addicted 79 and Jose Bouquet. I'll take the Astros money line full game plus 103. Jose Bouquet. All right.
All right, let's do it. Pete,
right.
I'm going to 2 weddings this year, so I might need your advice on some fucking Blazers,
No, I love wedding. Which weddings are you going to, Jose Bouquet?
I have 2 friends from 2 different friend groups getting married. First wedding in our friend groups.
Maybe you could slide the address over to me and I could crash them. I love weddings, Jose.
Of course. One's in Tennessee and one's in Texas. So I'll invite you to the San Antonio one. I'm actually Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Before one of the weddings is the same game or same day as a very big UTSA football game against our bitter rivals. So I'm going to the tailgate for the game before in my full suit. And then just going to the game or going to the wedding right after the tailgate. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to bring 2 shirts because I'm going to sweat through one. I can guarantee it.
Man, you're really living the life, Jose Bouquet. It's a beautiful thing to see. Jose Bouquet. We do have the Write It Down. Shout out to Mike M. Happy birthday once again, Mike M. Write It Down. Pete Play of the Day. Brendan Donovan plus 220. He's 3-1 up, 5.15 units this season for this special Tuesday Play of the Day for our guy Pete. Shout out to you, Mike M. I have definitely written it down, man.
Mike M, what play is that though? Is that home run, total bait? What is that? I just want to curiosity there, Mike M.
Yeah, I assume that. Yeah, I assume that's. Wait, let me see. Yeah, tell us what the actual bet is, so we can write that down as well.
By the way, Nutflush Allen is very interested in a low budget edition of Wedding Crashers, starting us two.
Yes.
Would you be Vince Vaughn, or would I be Owen Wilson? Like, what would that be?
I don't know, man. I'm just so frustrated because in 2023, fucking every fucking idea has been taken. Every fucking thing I think of is like been already been done 15 different times. It's like, what the fuck is the point of anything in 2023?
Pete, I think our Wedding Crashers would be so much better.
It'd be fun as hell. Hell yeah. Just fucking turn the cameras on.
How many people of color were in Wedding Crashers? None.
I didn't even see that stupid fucking movie because I was like, damn it.
You would like that movie, Pete.
I'm sure I would because I used to entertain my friends with wedding bullshit. And then when they made Wedding Crashers, I was like, fuck it. I'm not even going to look at it.
By the way, it's Brendan Donovan, RBI.
Okay.
Shout out to Pete, or shout out to Mike M there. Excuse me. A little write it down there. So excited.
Written it down. Consider it written. Mike M. Wow. Yeah. So that's, I guess that, yeah.
Oh, and
makes a lot of sense.
By the way, Pete, I'll tell you about this. Because we have a little bit of a horse racket going. Apparently, allegedly, there's a trainer juicing his horses, and we've been betting his horses pretty exclusively. Shout out to Martin Drexler, aka Clyde Drexler, as I call him. He's been winning at a very high rate, and he's got a horse today that I've already bet. Actually, Billy, it's the 2-horse Breach of Trust in race 3 at Fort Erie today. Martin Drexler, Pete. Martin Drexler is the name you need to remember, the trainer. I've been betting his horses for a little bit now, and it's been profitable. It's been profitable, to say the least.
Unfriggin' I can't believe this shit is still going on in 2023. The horses, what a fun racket that is. And it was so much easier to fix in the early 70s and the 60s and shit, but they're still doing it, right, Jose?
Hey, they're still doing it. Shout out to our guy.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
and by the way, I'll give Nasty Nate. Here's your birthday pick from me, Nasty Nate. That fucking horse right there, as Billy Friedrich is saying. Fort Erie, the 2-horse Breach of Trust in race 3. Nasty Nate, birthday pick from me to you there, Nasty Nate.
Hell yeah. Poker Addicted says more like if we did a movie, it would be Dumb and Dumber rolling into the banquet hall, slapping each other with the canes. And we'd make a great Dumb and Dumber because we wouldn't even have to act that much. We just fucking act naturally, like that fucking Ringo Starr song.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. All right. So let's go. All right. So I did take Houston. All these bets are making me nervous, but every day most of these bets make me nervous. Let's shout out to the entire comment section. We're having a fun show today and a lot of great information as well. Angels and White Sox. Jose Bouquet. I don't know, man. Tyler Anderson, last start was better, but in general, pretty vulnerable. Giolito, got hit in his last start. In general, I don't like to bet on Giolito, especially as a favorite, but of course he can be good.
Home especially.
What?
At home especially is good.
Yeah.
Home run splits guy.
I was thinking White Sox here and maybe the team total over as well because it's going to be fucking 105 degrees in Chicago today, Jose Bouquet. So the ball's going to be flying out of the White Sox stadium here. I'm thinking White Sox and maybe White Sox team total over. Don't really want to take a full game over. I don't know. I'm thinking it's a White Sox spot. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to be on it and I'm going to bet it. I just don't know if I want to make it official because it makes me nervous like everything else. Comment section, please chime in and we'll look at the money as well.
Yeah, I passed this game, Pete. Like we said, Giolito a better home pitcher, so it'd be White Sox or pass for me. Tyler Anderson, 4 straight wins. In the starts here for his starts, I guess his team has won 4 straight starts of his. So that's very interesting. He's pitched well. Can't complain. So I passed, and the White Sox aren't the left-handed juggernaut team anymore, unfortunately. So I definitely lean under here as well, but I wanted nothing to do with this game. White Sox or pass for me. I think Giolito.
Well, as far as the money is concerned, the bigger bet's definitely coming in on the White Sox, but the line hasn't really moved in their favor that much, has it? I'm seeing about 40% of the tickets and about 80% of the cash on the White Sox. So the bigger bet's clearly coming in on the White Sox, but not, if that was like big sharp money, you wouldn't, I really haven't seen, there hasn't been anyone. A few places that opened early had the White Sox at like -130, I guess, or I'm seeing some other places that were opening. Yeah, I don't know. My sense is that overall, market-wide, not a ton of notable movement either way on this one. And currently at Pinnacle, yeah, like minus 139 for the White Sox, right, Jose?
Yeah, I've really got nothing on this game. I just think the White Sox are not a good ball club, and it's scary to bet on them at any time, really.
Oh yeah, even in spots.
Yeah, I think. Well, like I said, the Lance Lynn game was nice, but I feel like I always just pass on White Sox games. There's just nothing that really appeals to me from them. And I'll mention White Sox against lefties in the last 2 weeks. They are 17th at 98 weighted runs created plus 132 plate appearances. Full season, real quick, while we're here, they are 17th, 104 weighted runs created plus. So nothing very impressive.
I think I'm going to take this one, Jose Bouquet. I'll take him -1 because, again, I have relatively high volatility for both of these guys. It's plus 103 right now at Heritage. I'll make that official. White Sox -1 plus 103, and I think it's a good day for the White Sox offensively. Leaning White Sox team total over for sure at 4.5. Let's look at the comments section to see if anyone up. The Mr. Heat says Sox smash tonight. Billy Friedrich says Chris Comatini, White Sox hit lefties. Rocco Rogers likes Luis Robert over 1.5 total bases at -105 and a home run at plus 360. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Let's see. Nasty Nate says birthday. When is Nate's birthday? Is it today or is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Maybe you'll see him for his birthday.
Yeah. Maybe I'll give him. Maybe Nasty Nate will be the first birthday pick in person. I will do the video, and I'll give him the birthday pick right in person, in front of his face. There you go. That would be fun as hell, wouldn't it, Jose?
I would be fun, but Pete, you actually have to go see him tomorrow, though.
Oh,
I know.
There's always a catch. There's always everything in life. Nothing's ever as good as it seems. There's always a fucking catch to everything in life. That's all right. That's okay. I can deal with that catch. No, I'm kidding around. That's a positive. That makes it even better. Yeah, we'll do it, Jose Bouquet. Nasty Nate, let's arrange that. First ever in-person birthday pick. We'll be hanging out. We'll film it, and I'll give it to you in person.
Yeah, there's nothing to do in New York anyway, so I'm sure you guys will figure something out.
In the meantime, Sharon Pulliam has chimed in with Angels money line for him, maybe sneaky over.
King Al likes full game over 9.
What'd you say?
King Al likes full game over 9 as well.
Yeah, and let's look at the total money on this. If there's anything on the total, what do we have here? The White Sox game. Yeah, it's I mean everything's on the and money like 90% of the cash and 90% of the tickets are on the over. But did this open at 8.5? Yeah, I guess it was kind of mixed. DraftKings had 9.5, PointsBet had 8.5, kind of all over the place as far as this total is concerned. Clearly, the big all the action, all the interest has been on the over so far, and I don't disagree with that necessarily. I was leaning White Sox team total over as well.
And by the way, Nate says deal, so you're on.
Oh, hell yeah, that will be fun as hell. That will be fun as hell. We got to make sure that the video is like only 2 minutes long. We can't make it. Who cares? If someone doesn't want to watch a 20-minute birthday pick video featuring Nasty Nate and me in New York, fuck it. Go watch something else, asshole. I don't give a shit.
Reed, how do you feel about the Beetlejuice theme bar?
The Beetlejuice theme bar. Love it. Fucking love it. What's he talking about?
Well, that's what where you might be meeting.
Does that exist?
Apparently. I've never watched Beetlejuice, so
no, but is Beetlejuice themed bar? I just assumed he was talking about the Whack Packer Beetlejuice, or is he talking about the movie?
I don't know. Yeah, he's talking about the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about the fucking Whack Packer. All right. We won't talk about that, though. All right. So let's see. I'm on White Sox. God damn it. I really want to take the White Sox team total over. You got anything on Anderson? You think he's okay?
Yeah, I think he's okay. Nothing too special. I worry about the White Sox bats getting to him. You mentioned earlier it doesn't really matter lefty righty splits. If he's bad, he's bad.
Oh no, that's because Anderson's not that bad. Yeah.
But I was gonna say, he's not horrible. So I think he can pitch okay. I lean under here, but I really had nothing on this one.
I think I might. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to double up here, but I like the spot for the White Sox. I know this is taking just a little bit more time. Let me just check a few other things here.
Well, keep checking, Pete, because the Beetlejuice theme bar is popping off now. Justin McIvy wants to go. Billy Freechick said Beetle House. That'd be a good name of the bar if that's what it is. And Cheshire Cat also says he wants in and just told us to be careful of Winona Ryder. She's a thief.
Oh, man. Winona Ryder. You know, Jose Bouquet, if I had ever been able to meet Winona Ryder, I bet you I could have got her.
Oh, really?
I think so, Jose Bouquet. I know how to talk to these fucking, like, whacked out celebrity. I bet you I could have got her, Jose Bouquet.
I say the same thing about Emma Stone.
You could have got her?
Yeah, I think I still can.
Think so. I think you can. If you believe in yourself, then I believe in you, Jose Bouquet.
Christopher Commentini says he knows you could.
Yeah, I mean, not a lock. There's no locks in with attracting women either, but would have been a good bet for sure. There's no
fair
locks.
enough. Yeah, no locks in sports gambling and meeting women. Fair.
Right. I mean, you know, in houses of ill repute, there can be locks, but that's different. That's like there are locks in sports betting if the game's fixed. Yes, we're assuming the game isn't fixed. All right, so I guess I won't double up on it, but I really think that it's a good White Sox spot. I'm going to take a -1. All right, Jose, you ready?
Yes, let's talk.
Colorado, Arizona. Now, this is an interesting one. I know you got, even if you didn't look at this game, I know you got some shit to say here, Jose Bouquet, because Freeland and Gallen are the starters. Now, Gallen, you know, I've been, in his entire career, I've been pretty good at jumping on the Gallen lights out train and then getting off of it when it stops, right? The Gallen lights out train was rolling earlier this year and it stopped. And I have not been on it. I might have been on it once or twice, I don't know. But in general, I've been pretty good at getting off the Gallen lights out train when it's not actually running. And then Freeland is not quite Gallen level, but he's he's an excellent and tends to be an undervalued starter who I tend to bet on, especially when he's at home against a good team as a home underdog or something like that. Weirdly, he has worse absolute numbers on the road, not even just adjusted for park factors. Just absolute numbers are worse on the road. And now he's going into Arizona as a massive dog. My sense is, and I also read that the roof's going to be open. Is that true? I think so. That's what I saw. Temperature's going to be in low 90s. My thought is you can't not take Colorado at anything over plus 200. What do you think, Jose Bouquet? Fascinating game here.
Yeah, fascinating game. I'm looking at the roof right now just to double check for us. But yeah, I passed on this game pretty easily. Today is Tuesday the 30th. It is open for the next 2 games and closed. So yeah, open, close next 3 days. So shout out to you there, Pedro. I passed this game, not Justin. Sorry, I was looking at Justin McElvee's comments there. Gallen is very, very good, and I watched Kyle Freeland get destroyed by the Texas Rangers with my very own eyes. And let's look at the Diamondbacks real quick against lefties, because I'd be interested to see if they were hitting them at a proficient pace. 95 weighted runs created plus, 19th best last 2 weeks. Yeah, pass game for me here, Pete. Pretty easy. I hope he cashes for you guys, like Rocco Rogers saying Gallen to record the win. Today, plus 110, one of his bigger bets. Christian Walker over 1.5 bases and home runs, and hoping for a little Gallen Cy Young there as well. And Joe Yurkovitz also likes plus 220, a little Colorado some way.
How can I not take? I mean, this is definitely going to be a bet for me, Jose Bouquet, and it might lose. But these are the kinds of bets that I've been making. You know what I am on in MLB this year. I'm just like killing sides and like really struggling with totals. Well, I've been better with totals recently. Let me just give a quick update. Yeah, I'm up 46 units on sides and down about 18 units on totals. So I'm up about 28 units overall on the year. I'm hitting 50.6% on totals, but with sides, and these are the kinds of bets I've been making that have been so good with sides. Obviously, Gallen's awesome. Freeland is definitely no slouch, and this line is just too high, right, Jose?
I would agree. I would probably agree. Yeah, it's a little high. I would guess like minus 170. Like this should be like the Brian Bayo line, like minus 175, like down there.
Right. It's probably going to lose, but I can't not take a shot with Colorado here at this line. Let me just see what I can get. I'm going to take them at -1, of course, with the high volatility. 277 at Heritage, 286 at Pinnacle. I'll just go with that one. I'm going to take Colorado -1 plus 286. Current line at Pinnacle. Can't not do it. Let's look at the money and see what the comments section has to say. Robert Franklin says D-backs run line, Gallon killing at home. I hear you on that one. Beefy Betts says exactly what I just said. Plus at plus 220, I can't not play it. Dennis Trusty said if the game was at Colorado, I'd be all over the Rockies. Let's see. And Rocco Rogers, Gallon to record the win plus 110. One of my biggest bets today. Yeah, I mean, if you were going to take, is that the line? Wait, plus 110? That can't be. Is that the correct line?
Let's find out, Rocco.
If that is, that's a great hedge there. You could hedge Gallon to record the win with Colorado at -1 or something like that to factor into the volatility. It's not, again, that's not a lock, but that's probably a positive EV hedge or positive EG hedge. Sorry.
That you were pretty shocked at that, huh?
Yeah.
I need to double check on Bovada. It fucking never has the record to win prop. It's super annoying. But Rocco, let us know, I guess, because
I can check some other sites here to look at it. But okay, so let's see. And as far as the money is concerned, let's just take a glance at what's happened. Yeah, I mean, yeah, here you go. Big bets have so far come in on the Rockies. Slight majority of the tickets on the Rockies, which is a little bit curious, but almost all of the money. I'm seeing like close to 100% of the money on the Rockies.
Jesus, really? Well, I guess you don't want to ever bet the -200, so I get it.
And yet, there's been a big move towards Arizona since the opening line. Right?
Make it more appealing to bet the Rockies?
No. That tells me that someone with big influence likes Arizona here. Doesn't necessarily mean they're right, because a lot of these people with big influence say it. At some point, they'll always be right. But in 2023, I'm trusting myself as much as these obvious influence moves. But yeah, big money coming in on Colorado. Big line move towards Arizona as a huge favorite. Interesting shit. This is fascinating. This is what makes sports betting so fun and fascinating and interesting. Treacherous. I'm going to stick with my Rockies bet here.
All right.
Probably worth a shot to hedge out with Gallon to get the win, though. Let's see what people are saying here. Looking at comments, just glancing at comments.
Do you think, shout out to Big Beefy Bets, by the way, put 3 units on a parlay, McClanahan, Gallon, Michaelis, all to record the dubs. Good luck, my guy there.
All right. And yeah. Lucky Lefty 211 is posting over. Let me quickly check the report on the total here. Where are we? Rockies and D-backs. Yeah, and weird. Yeah. Bigger bets coming in on the under in this one. Majority of the tickets on the over.
Would you rather it be an under game for the Rockies or an over game for the Rockies?
I'd rather it be an over game, of course. Yeah. Of course I'd rather it be an over game. All right, listen. There's a little shame in every loss, but not much shame in a what the fuck was
that's the Panther, the Jaguar. The fucking Jaguar is coming to get your ass.
I can't handle existence anymore, Jose Bouquet. You'll see. When you get up into your 30s and 40s, Jose Bouquet, you'll be like, this is just too much for me. I just got to get the fuck out. This is too much. I can't handle it. Who the fuck invented all this crazy shit?
Yeah, that's why you got to get out of the big city and come to San Antonio, Pete, huh?
I would love to. Maybe I could be a roadside attraction in San Antonio. Roadside attraction.
I think you could be a great addition to the bar, Pete. Just every Thursday, it's Peter Loshak night.
Yeah. And promote me as a roadside attraction where people would have to pay $5 to talk to me. And then afterwards it'd be, why did we just do that? And then that's part of why it's the roadside. This whole roadside attraction thing for people who take road trips, right? Jose Bouquet, you know that shit, right?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later. This is not a bad idea. I mean, no, it is a bad idea, but it might be the least bad idea that I have at the moment for life.
No, I like it. Like I said, I would like to see Peter Loshak night at the bar. What does Peter Loshak night involve? I don't know, but I'd like to see.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Joe Yurkovich in the meantime says I can get Rockies -1 plus 295. Which book is that? But we'll chuck that one on there. Joe Yurkovich, tell us. I'll take that regardless of which book you quote. But Colorado -1 plus 295 is the official play for me. No. Joe Yurkovich says I can make my own -1 at plus 339. There's what book is that, Joe? Let us know which book, and we'll check it out. But
shout out to the -1 calculator as well, Ronnie Crawford there.
Sure. All right. Let's move on. You ready, Jose?
Yeah.
Last game on the card. No. We got 2 more. We got 4 more games on the card. All right, let's keep a brisk pace here. Atlanta, Oakland. Okay, Oakland, of course, massive underdog. Supposedly, the super sharp nerds have been betting them every game and losing more often than not. Although they did win their last game, and now you got Bryce Elder against JP Sears. Elder has been legit excellent, right? Legit, only going like 5 innings a start, but legit excellent. JP Sears, okay, but not that great. Massive favorite line for Atlanta. On paper, no reason to think that Elder won't have another, at worst, 5-inning, 1-run start here in a pitcher-friendly park going against a weak lineup. Is the line worth it? I don't know. Before we break it down, honestly, I'd probably pull the trigger on Oakland full game. I don't know what I'd do first 5. And I would lean to the under, Jose Bouquet. Let's look what the comment section has to say while you tell us what you think about this.
Yeah, I fucking can't stand the Oakland A's. I'm off of them completely. I never want to discuss them. I can't wait for them to go to Vegas. I'm done with the squad. I'd bet the Braves in some way, some form, but I am very okay. Shout out to Rocco Rogers and Paul Blackburn returning yesterday, the king of the first 5. Maybe we should the only time I'll consider betting the A's is when Paul Blackburn is on the bump, and that is it.
And Joe Yurkovich told us that that line comes from DraftKings. Okay, we'll take it. You can't win long term at DraftKings, but fuck it, we'll take it for this line. Thank you so much, Joe Yurkovich. -1 plus 295. We'll take that. You know, Atlanta and Oakland, Elder. It looks like the line has gotten bet down a bit towards Oakland. No surprise there. That has been happening, and it has not been something that you would want to tail. If you tail those huge dog Oakland line moves every game since it's been happening, you would be down units. I'm leaning to the under here. Maybe I'll pull the trigger on it. I definitely do trust Elder here to have another strong game. No reason to believe that anything else would happen. Maybe. Yeah, go ahead.
The only thing I would bet is a team total over, like Nufflush is saying. He asked what we can get for a team total over. You can get a Braves team total over 5.5 even money, 5 at -125, and I like that.
So Nutflesh Allen kind of likes the Braves team total over, which I guess I don't know. I was thinking about the under. I think it's probably going to be a strong start from Elder. Not exactly sure what you'll get from Sears, but unless Sears gets crushed, it heads under. Let me look at the first team to score is Atlanta -220. I mean, that's a little bit insane here. Race to 2. Yeah, Atlanta -250. These are all like juice to high heaven. Yeah, man. I guess I'm just going to pass, but definitely leaning to the under. We'll look at the comment section in a second, but let's just glance at what the money is. Let's first look at the side here. Oakland. Where is it? All right. Oakland. Where the fuck is it? Jesus. Brisk fucking pace. Braves. All right, here we go. Yeah. It's exactly what you would think. Vast 90% of the tickets are on the Braves, and 11% and 60% of the cash is on Oakland. So massive bets coming in on Oakland, which makes sense. That's why the line has gotten bet down, and that's what we would have expected before we as soon as that line dropped. Let's look at the total. See what we got here for Oakland. Let's see what we got. Yeah, nothing really. Majority of the bets coming in on the over, which is a little bit surprising, isn't it? Or I mean, last night was high scoring, right?
Yeah, I would expect a high scoring game here.
You would? Why?
Well, the Braves doing most of the scoring, really.
If
the A's contribute with 3 runs in this game, that'll probably be about it. I like that Tampa Bay. Sorry, I'm thinking Rays when I'm thinking A's. I like that Atlanta team total over 5 -125. Not Flush saying it's low hanging fruit. There.
No shit. Wait, let me see that comment for myself. Not that I don't trust you, Jose Bouquet, but when I hear that, that 5 is low. A 5 is low hanging fruit. Man, huge shout out to Nutflesh Allen. Low hanging fruit. And Billy Friedrich says A's team total under. That's what I was thinking about as well, but it's 2.5.
Jesus.
Wow. And Chris Comatini says possible Oakland gets 0 runs. Yes. Wow.
Possible.
Low. So if that's low, if the Atlanta, hear me out. If the Atlanta team total over 5 is low hanging fruit, then Atlanta -1 or -1.5 is a great bet, right, Jose?
I looked at the -1.5 and it was too juice for me. But again, I know how you operate, Pedro.
All right, listen, I think I'm just gonna go on. I mean, Elder, it's not a big line. I think I will take Oakland. First 5, team total under 1.5, -114. So you're not allowed to play the fucking video with a -114 line. First 5, team total under 1.5, -114 for Oakland. What do you think, Jose?
It's going to be dicey. Well, it's going to be sweaty, I'm sure, but it'll be fun. I'm on officially Atlanta team total over 5, -125.
Oh, my God. Atlanta team total over 5 and Elder starting. But the Atlanta run line is not is too juicy, huh?
For me, yes. I thought about taking like a 2, honestly, 2.5 or whatever it is. 2.5 is at +105. So I definitely thought about it, but -145 was just a little bit too juice for me.
You know what? I'm not going to take that team total, first half team total. Yeah, I think that Elder is good, but not that level, and I think he's in for some serious regression.
For you, I would rather you don't care about the juice. If I was you, I'd rather just lay the -1.5.
Yeah, right.
Because at least if you're up like 10-0 or whatever, you're like, okay, I've won the bet, whatever. If you're up 10-0 and the A's are still in it technically for your bet. So
man, you're speaking my fucking language, Jose Bouquet. All right, play the fucking video, and then I'll quote my line for Atlanta -1. All right.
All right.
Very nice. Okay, Pinnacle -1 to -187. Pinnacle -1, -187. I should really take the 1.5, but I'll just stick with the 1 -187. I'll make that an official play. It could lose, and if it does, that's all right. But I like it. You played the fucking video. There you go. Let's see. Plus money on Elder against the A's is yeah. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay. And then Nutflesh says, Pete, I'm only taking the 5 due to Atlanta being visitors. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Joe Yurkovic's like, Kool-Aid's not juice. I think we just ignore that. That's the elephant in the room that we don't mention. You know what I mean? It's like, does Jose not know that Kool-Aid isn't
How
juice?
is it not juice?
And we're all like, you know what? Just don't even mention it to him. So we don't. It's like the Thanksgiving dinner with the secret you can't mention at Thanksgiving dinner. That's a secret we don't mention to Jose Bouquet. All right, so I did take it -1, -187. Probably stupid, but we're having fun here, and I will bet size appropriately. All right, okay. So let's move on. Yankees in Seattle, okay, Jose?
Yeah.
Yankees, of course, won yesterday. They got Judge, but they got some injuries here, and it's Cortez against Logan Gilbert. Logan Gilbert, I like these pitchers, solid and consistent. They're going to give up 2 or 3 runs usually, but not more. Cortez has been, not awful, but very hittable. And I would be leaning Seattle here. We'll see what the money is. We'll see what the comments are. But the Yankees, I don't really like to bet. I don't feel good betting against them as a dog like this at this point in time. But I think I'm willing to trust Gilbert enough and to believe that Cortez will be vulnerable enough to think that Seattle might have a little bit of value, even as a favorite, although this is a very dicey opinion, and I might not pull the trigger on it. But I was leaning Seattle full game and first 5 when they were about -140. We'll see where the lines are now, and we'll see what the comment section has to say. Jose Bouquet, what's your take on the Yankees right now? They all of a sudden they're scoring and winning game in and game out, right?
Yeah, and it helps when they have Aaron Judge back.
Yeah.
And it's not a coincidence that his return has coincided with their offensive hot streak.
Right.
I was on the Mariners last night, unfortunately, so I'm a little scarred with them. Honestly, I lean Yankees here.
Mm-hmm.
Plus price. Just at the face of it, the Yankees are a better team. And,
no question about it. Yeah.
And the Mariners will probably almost every game they play, they're going to have the better starting pitcher because their their starting rotation is really, really, really good. And I think that it contributes to the lines being a little higher than they typically are for another team of their caliber. Like if the Red Sox had these starters and their offense would be great. They'd be favored to win the championship. They'd be that fucking good. The Mariners' offense is just that bad, and it just makes it tough to bet on them. So I honestly lean Yankees here, but I'm not making a play on this game.
Well, the money is kind of interesting, right, Jose Bouquet? Bigger bets clearly coming in on Seattle. Vast majority of the bets on the Yankees, but the cash is about split 50-50. So the bigger bets have been coming in on Seattle, and there has been a move in their favor, market-wide move in their favor since opening. The late opening books opened at like 140, but the earlier ones opened 120, 125. And there has been a move towards Seattle. Let's see where it is right now at Pinnacle. Oh, the Pinnacle's now down at minus 131. So maybe there's been a move back towards the Yankees, which is nice. I think I'm going to give Seattle, but I think your analysis is, since this morning, a little bit of a move back towards the Yankees. And I definitely would much prefer Seattle first five than full game. You agree with that, right, Jose?
Say that one more time. Sorry, I was reading.
Like if someone said I'm going to give you a free bet on Seattle, you have to put it on first five or full game. First five would be the no-brainer choice for you, right?
Yes, because their bullpen has been struggling as of late, but not typically, honestly.
Right. We're going to do that. I'm going to take the Pinnacle line. It's just minus 126. Seattle, first five money line, minus 126. I think Gilbert will be okay. I think Cortez is probably going to be a little iffier, continue to be a bit iffy. Don't love it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull the trigger on it. And let's look at oh, man. So there you go. Dave Redling says, Rockies 2 boppers. Crone and Blackman are out, so I'm staying off the Rockies for now. Thank you, Dave Redling, for that information. Billy Friedrich. Go ahead.
I was going to, go ahead with yours because I was going to give a joke in here, but you go
for it. No, go for it.
Well, the Walking Spotted Bear, new name in the chat, appreciates you, says, God, I like the guy on the right. I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to say. But the guy on the left's hair just has me mad as a hornet. That's the point of his hair. His hair is not to try to make you like him or make you feel good. His hair is to challenge you and make you uncomfortable and make you question, make you open your mind a little bit and start to think about things instead of just accepting everything you see. That's the whole fucking point of his hair. It's not supposed to make you feel good. It's supposed to make you a little mad. I love it. Jose Bouquet. Alternative. Go ahead. Go, Jose. No, you took the words right out of my mouth. It was beautiful.
Absolutely. Oh, man. North Ender said, and the reason I extended that out there was because I was like, yeah, I am. Now I'm realizing Colorado's the wrong side. I don't know. Maybe not, though. It's such a fucking huge line. North Ender says, I'll most likely be on Seattle, but no rush, waiting for the market to settle and hoping for a better number. Yeah. Billy Friedrich, thank you for those Women's French Open plays early Thursday. Liking Aliona Bolsova plus 112 to beat Anna Karolina Schmiedlova. Oh, very nice. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, Larry Gar says, don't trust Cortez on the road. I agree. The total is a little bit odd. I agree with that. 7 seems a little low, right?
Yeah, I'd lean over as well. But fishy total, I'd probably just stay off.
Yeah. Ooh, says Peter, you funny as fuck. Yeah, that's another side hustle I could get. If anyone needs a comedy writer, hit me up on Twitter. I can do any comedy you want, any level of comedy, any degree of wokeness. I can do it all. 0 wokeness to 100. I can do it all.
I would like to see your 100 wokeness.
Oh, it's good. It's good shit. It's pretty good.
To see that.
I don't really have a venue. I do it for. I do a lot of jokes that would be fun, a one-on-one with people that they don't like. And then I tell them, you realize if anyone else was seeing this, they think it was the funniest shit ever. And they're like, no, they wouldn't. Like, trust me, they would. All right. Let's quickly look at the total here, just very, very quickly. The money for the total. Yankees, where is it? Yeah. I mean, majority of the bets on the over, which is what you would expect with a 7 total. All right, let's move on. You ready, Jose?
Let's do it.
Pittsburgh and San Francisco, another interesting one. San Francisco, Pittsburgh is clearly a struggling team, but San Francisco blasted them yesterday, and now they're a favorite with an opener and then Sean Manaea starting, and then Oviedo on the other side. Jose Bouquet, you seem like you have a somewhat good read on Oviedo. When he was like stringing together those one-run starts, I remember specifically you saying like he's going to regress hard, and he certainly did. He can get crushed, but he's also often good. I'm tempted to take Pittsburgh here as a dog, but it might be a little bit trappy because they're just not winning game in and game. They're just much more often losing. And it's a dog line, but not a huge one. What do you think, Jose?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I passed here, unfortunately. I don't like bullpen days from any team, really. I don't bet typically on the Rays when they do it, or when the Giants, when they throw openers, et cetera, et cetera. But I ended up passing here pretty easily. The Pirates are a team that I have not been betting that much as well. And Billy Furgic, did he really throw that 105? I don't believe that. That has to be a mistake. that has to be a mistake there. But yeah, I passed this game pretty easily. I'll be watching, I guess, but I really had nothing here, unfortunately, Pete.
Well, no surprise. Well, at least no surprise to me. This is clearly one of the biggest bets / sharp sides as of right now. The tickets are about split, but almost all of the money is on Pittsburgh, which doesn't surprise me. This is one of those, in the analysis where I was like, I like Pittsburgh, and I'm expecting to see like a big split favoring Pittsburgh. Not necessarily that it's correct, but I'm not at all surprised to see what to see what I'm seeing here. What's your hesitation with Pittsburgh?
Well, my hesitations, or
why?
Their offense has just not been good, you know.
Yeah.
Since their hot streak, it's just been down since then. Let's pull up their numbers real quick. I'll do righties since it's more likely we see more righties than lefties in this bullpen day. Pittsburgh against righties, they've been better. 14th, 103 weighted runs created plus. I ultimately, like I said, I just had nothing to do with this game, really. I can see why people take the Pirates here at a plus money price. And let's double check RotoWire to see if they have a primary listed and if it's just
it's Manaea. It's Manaea.
Yeah, no way. I want nothing to do with Sean Manaea, really. And Pirates against lefties, real quick, are 26.74 weighted runs created plus. That's horrible. So yeah, no thanks.
And if you got nothing insightful to say about Oviedo, that's totally fine. But he's not an elite guy. But you think this is going to be one of his starts where he gets crushed, or one of the starts where he's giving up 1 or 2 runs?
Let's look up old Oviedo real quick, because I'm interested to see what his baseball savant's looking like. He gave up 3 earned runs to the Rangers last time out, which not bad at all. I mean, it's the Rangers in a good spot for them. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run against the Diamondbacks, and then held the Orioles to 1 earned run too. So he's been pitching well, and I want to pull up his last start specifically real quick. Apologies that this is taking a little bit, because I want to see how everything is moving and working for this dude. But honestly, Pete, I probably won't see anything that lights up my world and says to bet on him. It is interesting. Nothing really, P. I couldn't give you an educated guess either way. I wanted to see his max fastball velocity, because it says 98.9 here, 99 basically. And he threw apparently that 105 mile an hour pitch, which I still don't believe. But yeah, I pass.
Yeah, and let me see here. I mean, San Francisco is starting to be good, though, aren't they?
Yeah, and someone said in the chat that they could be one of the hottest teams in baseball, and someone else mentioned the head-to-head numbers. Only 12 at-bats for Johan Oviedo against these Giants, so can't really glean anything from that, unfortunately. Either.
And here we go, Nutflesh Allen. This is these comments are worth their weight in gold. Be careful of Giants bullpen days. They are treating the bullpen days a little different right now. Too much to type, but let's just say I won't be quick to fade SF on bullpen days. Wow.
Yeah, so I pass. Shout out to Nutflesh Allen, our Giants whisperer.
Let's just say I won't be quick to fade SF on bullpen days. All right, I'm off it. Interestingly, looking at the money, massive bets coming in on the under, Jose Bouquet. The majority of the bets are on the over, but 90% of the money is on the under, and the total has gotten bet down a little bit.
Yeah, it's a tough game, Pete.
All right, I'm going to stay off.
Baseball capping hard.
Yeah, fucking really fucking hard. Understatement of the show from Jose Bouquet. All right, I'm gonna pass on it as well. I was an inch away from pulling the trigger on Pittsburgh -1 with some volatility, but I'm gonna pass. And now we got the last game on the card: Washington against the Dodgers. Dodgers a massive favorite, -300 level. Irvin starting for Washington. Obviously, he's bad. Gonsolin starting for the Dodgers, and he, three lights out starts this year, but three-run starts as well. Not exactly sure what to expect from Gonsolin here. He should be okay. I'm assuming he won't have another lights out start. I think he'll give up a couple of runs here, but hard to pull the trigger either way on this one. Free bet, I'd throw it on Washington. I'm not sure what I want to do with this one. What do you think, Jose?
Same. I started this show not thinking I was going to have action. Now I have a ton of action, so I passed the game. I'd definitely bet Nationals. -300 rule, et cetera, but I'm keeping my action a little more limited, so I'm staying off.
As far as the total is concerned, the majority of the money and the bets are on the over, which is kind of interesting. Let's just quickly glance at probably not much action on the, what you would expect. 90% of the tickets are on the Dodgers. More of the money is on the Nationals, but nothing crazy. About a third of the money is on the Nats. So some bigger bets came in on the Nats, which is what you would expect. If I had a free bet, I'd put it on the Nats, but nothing eye-opening for there. Let's look at what the comments section has to say. Justin McIvey says Dodgers over team total. Yeah, I mean, or Dodgers, first 5 over team total. Let's look at what that is. Is it can you get a 2.5 or is it only 3.5? Let's just quickly look at what Pinnacle is hanging here for the Dodgers first 5 team total. It's probably going to be like 3.5 plus 110 or something like that. Let's see what it is. Team total first half Dodgers 3.5 plus 115. There you go. I don't think that's worth doing. Right, Jose?
Agreed.
Yeah, full game team total. It's a 5.5 minus 106. Yeah, I guess.
I'd rather bet the A's team total at that point, or not the A's, the Braves against the A's.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I think I'm gonna hold off on this one. I think I'm gonna hold off on this one too.
Same, nothing here for me, and that'll complete a 15 game baseball card in a brisk hour and 47 minutes.
Were you expecting it to go shorter, Jose?
No, because I know how you operate, Pete. I know how the humming and hawing goes.
Should I have got? I felt we kept kind of I don't know. Was there any? Wait! Not Flush Allen watched interviews with Sean Manaea, and he finally admitted to the mental struggle of being in the pen, but now has fully embraced it and wants to prove his worth in bullpen. I could see a few good innings today.
All right, good. I'm glad I'm not on the Pirates.
Man, shout out to Nut Flush Allen. Yeah, under might be a great play here, Jose. But I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to pull the trigger on it. Shout out, huge shout out to Jose Bouquet. All right, let's wrap it up, Jose. You ready?
Yeah, let's recap our action here, Pete.
All right, let me just first of all, Sprawn Crawford spreadsheet play of the day is Orioles first 5 innings minus a half. I forgot what the line was, but Orioles first 5 innings minus plus 105. Orioles first 5 innings minus a half. The Write It Down Pete play of the day from Mike M, which is 3-1, up 5.15 units this season for the special Tuesday Write It Down Pete play of the day. God, shout out to Mike M, is Brendan Donovan of the St. Louis Cardinals to get an RBI at plus 220. I might just blindly tail that. Brendan Donovan to get an RBI at plus 220. Once again, the fixed horse race of the day is the Breach of Trust, race 3 at Fort Erie. Trainer Martin Drexler, the 2-horse Breach of Trust, race 3 at Fort Erie. Trainer is Martin Drexler. DC Capper says top play Atlanta minus 1.5, and I'm on that one as well. Billy Friedrich gives us Women's French Open, betting Aliona Bolsova. I think I'll blindly tail that one on Thursday morning. My plays, these are all, I'm just hoping for to break even here. Detroit Tigers money line plus 114. Milwaukee Toronto under 9 minus 108. Milwaukee first 5 money line plus 130. Red Sox Reds first 5 under 5.5 minus 117, and Reds first 5 money line plus 163. Phillies Mets under 8.5 plus 105. Phillies Mets first 5 under 5 minus 132. St. Louis Cardinals minus 1 minus 128. Rays first 5 money line minus 190. Houston Astros full game money line plus 103. White Sox, -1, +103. Rockies, -1, +295. That's probably a loser. Braves, -1, -187. That's probably a winner. That will cancel out the Rockies loser. And then Seattle, first 5 money line, -126. Man, I forgot I gave all these plays, Jose Bouquet, but it's all right. We had a good time. Jose Bouquet, review your official plays so far.
Milwaukee, Toronto, first 5 under 5, -110. Cincinnati, Boston, first 5 under 5.5, -117. Cardinals, -1, -128. First 5 under in Chicago. Tampa Bay, 4.5, -115. First 5 under New York Mets. Philadelphia Phillies, 4.5, -102. Braves team total over 5, -125. And a Houston Astros double up. First 5 money line, +115. Full game money line, +103 there.
Awesome. All right. A couple comments. Walking Spotted Bear said, Pete, you're not concerned about the Orioles bats? They're finally facing a righty. Yeah, I am concerned about them, which is why I'm not on them. Walking Spotted Bear. That's Ron Crawford, spreadsheet play of the day. Who's not concerned about him? Ron Crawford, spreadsheet play of the day. He is not concerned about them. I am definitely concerned about them, and I might be wrong. Here we go, Mike M. with some other props. Oh, my God. I guarantee you at least one of these wins, possibly all 3, probably 2. Shout out to Mike M. I think I'm going to tail all 3 of these. He's just hit us up with, in addition to the Donovan RBI prop, he also likes Arozarena at +150 and Jonathan Shoup at +220 as well. All right. And Joe Yurkovich likes the same game parlay with the Dodgers team total over, and the Nats team total over. Wow. 1.5. That's interesting. And Not Flush Allen send me his autoplay coming soon. Thank you very much. Not Flush Allen. I guess that's it, man. All right. That was a pretty good show, right, Jose Bouquet?
Yeah, no complaints. Shout out to Jimmy. I hope he feels better tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be back in action with us tomorrow for a lovely Wednesday edition of Betting with the Bag. But it's always nice talking to you, Pete, as always.
We had a good time. What else is going on with Pub Sports Radio? And then we'll wrap this up.
That's an excellent question, Pete. Honestly, I'm still in a fog from last night. I'm still trying to find meaning in my life. That's an excellent question. We've got Sharpie's show, The Walking Dead, of course, today at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. My time zones and times are always fucked up, so shout out to Sharpie there. 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, we'll have Say Hey Plays today with Bobano. I'll be focusing on more Bobano's action more than mine, telling everyone there, since most of you guys have already got my action here, and I know a lot of you guys watch Say Hey Plays, and I appreciate that today at 5 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be a lot of fun, and that's about it, I think. Got a lot.
That's about it.
So I love cracking up all the week, so just subscribe and hit the like button while you're here.
Subscribe, hit the like button. Hope y'all had a good time. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for all the invaluable comments in the comments section. And we'll see y'all again next Tuesday.